Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, November 28th, 2012. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are declining today, lower by about 5.5 to 6 points, down to around the 1391 level on the S&P 500 E-mini contract. So again, futures are trading lower this morning ahead of the opening bell. That tells us one thing: the US dollar index is making a move higher, and sure enough, you can see the dollar pretty much catching a pretty solid bid this morning, trading higher right now by about 18 cents to $80.60 at the moment. So pretty good pop there on the dollar. Dollar goes up, the market goes down. Easy way to remember it is when the dollar pops, the market drops. That's the bottom line. So the only way to inflate this market is to deflate the dollar or to dilute it with more. And that is not happening this morning. You do have some problems spreading across Europe right now. The European markets are all trading lower across the board. You do have the Italian market down about 1%. Spain is down a little bit over 1%. And the German DAX, which is probably the most important index anybody could follow in Europe, is down about 0.4%. So decent little decline across Europe this morning. Nothing dramatic, nothing drastic, but a little bit of a dip before the U.S. markets open. I think that is probably the catalyst going forward. There is some fiscal cliff news. I believe that the president will be meeting with a bunch of CEOs today. So a big bunch of corporate executives are going to meet with the president. I think Lloyd Blankfein from Goldman Sachs is going to be there. What a shocker. And then there'll be some others. So we'll see how that plays out going forward. I don't think that's really a big deal, but nonetheless, we'll see how it does play out. Later today, you will also have the Federal Reserve's Beige Book released. That'll be out at 2 o'clock. So we'll see what the Fed has to say regarding their indicators and everything else that they use, or they say they use. So we'll see how the market reacts to that. That could be a little bit of a market-moving event. I'm not sure we're going to get much out of it, but again, we'll see how that plays out. Also in Europe, I believe the European Union has allowed Spain to restructure its nationalized banks, so we'll see how that affects the market. So I think it is having a negative effect, at least here this morning. So we'll see where that goes a little bit today. But that's pretty much all the news that's out there, at least at the moment. All right, let's take a look at a few other things out here. We'll start off with gold. Gold is trading down $7, and that's pretty common. When the dollar is stronger, gold will usually come under some pressure. Take a look at the GLD this morning. GLD is plunging lower to around the 166.25 level. Decent decline there on gold. So gold coming right back in. Dollar is stronger, and when the dollar goes higher, often the greatest inflationary indicator, which is gold, in my opinion, is moving lower. So gold is down today. Spot gold, I said, is down $7 to $1,738 an ounce. And you see the GLD trading around the 166.30 level. If the dollar continues to move higher, I would expect more pressure on gold. But if the dollar starts to sell off, which it very often does after the opening bell rings, then I would have to expect that gold could get you a little bit of a bid. But watch the charts. We'll see how it plays out. Not telling us all that much right now. Oil is also lower. Dollar is stronger. You want to get the price of oil down, get the dollar stronger, and that's how it works. Light sweet crude, or WTI, is trading lower by 88 cents to $86.31 a barrel. Take a look here at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude. And you can see the USO is trading lower, now trading at $31.61. So it's a decent decline there. Looks like the USO closed right around $32. So that's dropping around 40 cents this morning. And that fits in pretty well with the drop in WTI. So again, it's all about the dollar. If the dollar starts to pull back, expect oil to get a little bit of a bid. Expect gold to get a bid. Expect equities to inflate. That's kind of how it works. It's been working like this for about 10 years, maybe even a little bit more now. So that's really the bottom line. All right, let's take a look at some stocks out there. We don't have that much today, simply because it's not earnings season. Earnings are winding down, but we do have the first one, Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. GMCR is the ticker symbol. Let's get that one up there. You can see the stock has had a pretty good pop. I did some work on this morning about an hour ago, and I came up with a few different levels, believe it or not. It's already overbought at this level around $35, $36. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. The big level, in my opinion, is going to be around 42.20, 42.15, somewhere in that vicinity. Maybe as high as $45, 44.50, somewhere around there. It's going to be a tough stock to gauge. There's a lot of shorts in this stock. The stock has been heavily shorted for quite a while, and today I think it's a little bit of a short squeeze, so you want to be careful with it. But it is not a strong gap up, so take that for what it's worth. It's definitely a good move, and like I said, it could have a lot of short squeezing going on. That would be the reason. So just watch 42.16. Other than that, I'm really not too sure where it's going to go or where it's going to land. But 42.16 is the level I did come up with. After that, you'd have to look higher, around the 44.70 area, and then really around $50. Can it squeeze higher than that? Perhaps. I don't think so. But perhaps. I think it's going to have a lot of resistance, ultimately around 50 if it even got there. But I don't even think it even comes near that, to be honest. But we'll watch it around 42.16. I would love to give you some other levels here. You have a level around, really, there's a few other levels, but those are going to be the best ones today. Again, a heavily shorted stock like this, you want to go with the most conservative points. Okay, so watch for resistance there. Let's take a look at Costco. Costco is having a pretty solid day this morning. Big gap up. They're offering a special dividend. So again, Costco before the end of the year, like everybody else, and you're seeing a lot of this go on right now, they are offering a special dividend going forward. So that's pretty important to follow. But it looks like Costco is offering a special dividend, so traders are going to have to watch for that. I don't know if there's much upside left in Costco here. I would not be a buyer. Again, it is a special dividend, so the stock is likely to hold up. It is coming off the highs a little bit, but again, it's up decently, so I would expect it to probably hold up around the $100 level. But when you give a big dividend, as they are doing, that will definitely keep the stock buoyant. So we'll have to watch for that going forward. Again, I don't know the exact amount of that Costco dividend, but I think it's around $7 or something like that, $6 or $7 a share. But you can check out the news yourself. But in any case, don't fade Costco here because that is a special dividend. Usually the stock will hold up at least until the payable date. Let's take a look at ADI, which is Analog Devices. This stock is trading a little bit lower. Nothing dramatic here. Stock still looks like it has some support right around the $38 level. So watch it there. And then after that, it would have more support around $37.14. It's a fairly strong gap down, but maybe $37.14 to $36.85. Hard to pinpoint that level, but again, $38 and $37.14 to $36.85. If it blows through that, then you look at $36.15 and then ultimately $34.27. So those would be your support levels for ADI. The fresh market is getting hit. This is a light volume stock, so it's a little bit tougher, and the stock hasn't been around all that long. I guess about 2 years now. So I'm looking at this one this morning, and I really see some levels down here. This thing's already trading at 52.90. At 52.50, it does have some support. I'm not sure how great that's going to be. That was already pierced this morning. But a level I would look at it for a bounce would be 48.43. If you're aggressive, maybe the 49.70 level may be a good area as well. But the better level, probably the safer level, would be 48.43 and then 44.29. I don't know if it gets there, but if it does, that would be where you would look at that one. Then you have EXPR, which is Express. This is a retailer here. Nice gap up this morning, but it's already fading. This thing is overbought. I think this 20 level, there's a major gap fill on the daily chart. So I think that's a very good resistance point. After that, it's really going to be $16.71. So
Keep it on watch there if it does get up there. Again, this one a decent gap to start the day, but it's already begun to fade. Unfortunately, I was hoping we see this around that level in the pre-market, but it's already starting to fade. So we'll see where it goes. Again, watch those levels going forward. Again, the Federal Reserve's beige book will be out a little bit later today. That will be out at 2 o'clock, so that could be a market mover. I don't know if there's really any more economic news that we need to watch for. I think there's something out at 10 o'clock. You have new home sales, I believe, is out at 10 o'clock. And I think that's pretty much it. So we'll see how the market plays out. But again, little weaker to start the day. Dollar is stronger. That's the bottom line. Looks like the the ES futures are getting a little bit of a bid. That's probably telling us the dollar is pulling back. And sure enough, the dollar is. So again, keep these two charts up. You're going to want to watch them all day long. They'll tell you a lot of information throughout the trading day. With that said, everybody, have a great day. We will see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.